Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session in cause number 331192. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Isaiah Terrell Pickens. Mr. Pickens, would you please come forward? Mr. Pickens, is your full name Isaiah Terrell Pickens?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Pickens, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Pickens, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may put your hand down. Mr. Pickens, I have 2 documents before me. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line stating that you want to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me a document that is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding to Trial. Mr. Pickens, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Pickens, before you sign and initial these 2 documents that I just mentioned to you, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Pickens, in your case, you're charged with offensive theft. The state has filed a motion in your case, motion to dismiss. State, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Pickens, I've just signed the motion to dismiss. Do you have that motion? And you get a copy of that motion from our court coordinator. Once you get a copy from the court coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day and your case is dismissed. Have you off the record. Okay, for the record, your name is Luther V. Edmondson?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Edmondson, let me ask you something. Have I ever represented you as an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay, well, maybe it just, you came here, I guess, and that's how you got on probation. Okay, now, Mr. Edmondson, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Edmondson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you
Yes,
God?
sir.
Mr. Edmondson, you may put your hand down. Mr. Edmondson, I have before me a motion to revoke your probation. In this motion, it alleges that on February 5th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, or in County Court at Law Number 2, that the court found you guilty for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2A, and your punishment was assessed at 90 days confinement in the Jefferson County Jail, and the confinement was probated, well, 90 days confinement in Jefferson County Jail and a fine of $700, and the confinement was probated for a period of 1 year. On June 15th of 2020, the state filed a motion to revoke your probation. In this motion, there are 4 allegations. If any one of these allegations are found to be true by the court, your probation can be revoked. That is, you could be kicked off of probation. If your probation is revoked, you could be sentenced up to 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have right to have an attorney. And I have before me the judge's explanations of your rights. Yeah, judge's explanation of rights to defendants without an attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendants?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line stating that you would like to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Edmondson, is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant's
sir.
signature? Now, Mr. Edmondson, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir. Now it was due.
Okay, I see you have responses on these documents. So let me do this here. On your judge's explanation of rights to defendants without an attorney, you have initials saying you want to apply for court-appointed attorney.
Yes, sir.
Now, how do you know you had the right to apply for court-appointed attorney if you did not read that in this document?
Because he had told me about it.
Okay, let me do this here. I'm gonna let you take a few minutes and read these documents, and then you can sit at the table, and then when you finish, you can come back up, and then we're gonna revisit, okay?
All right.
All right. Just want to make sure that you understood what you were saying. You can sit at that table right there, Mr. Edmondson. All right. Okay, we're back on the record in cause number 323-998. Case to style the state of Texas versus Luther Edmondson. Luther Edmondson is present in court. Now, Mr. Edmondson, I have before me these documents. First document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Now, Mr. Edmondson, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is that your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And your initials on the line that's titled, that states rather, I want to apply for a court-appointed attorney.
Yes, sir.
Next document is titled Affidavit of Indigence. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Edmondson, did you read these documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Edmondson, I've read your affidavit of indigence. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the court-appointed attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Kyle Walker. And Mr. Edmondson, Mr. Walker is going to be given information on how to contact you. And you will be given information on how to contact him. And yes, Kyle Walker, MTRP. And Mr. Edmondson, you're gonna stand on the X in front of the court coordinator. She's gonna give you information on how to contact your attorney. Once you get that information, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And thanks for being patient with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
Got one more.
okay, hold on.
Hopefully, we'll get a trial going next week. Think like
Thank you.
Okay, here you go. Mr. Emerson, this will conclude your case. Once you get the reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Next case, we'll move to our bond forfeiture. Next case on the motion to revoke probation docket is cause number 325506. Case is style of state of Texas versus Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon was scheduled to be in court for the court's motion to revoke probation docket, which was scheduled at 9 a.m. on today's date of March 25th of 2022 at or about 9 a.m. Jared Gordon's name was called at the courthouse door by the court's bailiff. Jared Gordon did not answer. Jared Gordon has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. The time now is 11:08 a.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Jared Gordon? Jared Gordon's name was just called again by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. Jared Gordon did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Gordon an opportunity to appear in court, and he has not appeared in court. Therefore, State, do you have a motion?
Yeah, our state moves for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Jared Gordon's bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest on cause number 325506. Now, this will conclude the calling of both the court's announcement docket and the motion to revoke docket. Both dockets were scheduled at 9 a.m. on today's date of March 25th of 2022 in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day.